Once upon a time, a king was living in a magnificent castle nestled atop a windswept mountain. His kingdom, though prosperous, was plagued by a creeping loneliness. The king, despite his riches and power, felt isolated, his days filled with the hollow echoes of grandeur. He had advisors who bowed low, courtiers who whispered sweet nothings, but none truly understood the ache in his heart. He longed for genuine connection, for laughter that wasn't forced, for companionship that wasn't dictated by courtly duty. One day, while strolling through his vast gardens, he stumbled upon a small, unassuming cottage tucked away amongst the ancient oaks. A wisp of smoke curled from its chimney, promising warmth and perhaps something more. Curiosity piqued, the king approached the cottage, his regal bearing momentarily forgotten. An old woman, her face etched with the wisdom of time, greeted him at the door. Her eyes, though crinkled with age, held a spark of kindness. She welcomed him in, offering him warm bread and a steaming cup of herbal tea. As they spoke, the king found himself sharing his loneliness, his burden of responsibility, his yearning for genuine human connection. He spoke of grand balls and empty halls, of power that brought no solace. The old woman listened patiently, her silence as comforting as her words. She didn't offer grand solutions or pronouncements of wisdom, but instead shared simple stories of her life, of planting seeds, of tending her garden, of the quiet joy of watching the sunset. She spoke of community, of shared laughter and hardship, of the simple bonds that held her village together. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the cottage floor, the king felt a profound shift within him. The weight of his loneliness lessened, replaced by a sense of calm and understanding. The old woman's simple life, her genuine connection to her community, offered him a new perspective. He realized that true wealth wasn't measured in gold and jewels, but in the richness of human connection. Returning to his castle, the king wasn't the same man who had left. He initiated programs to foster community within his kingdom, encouraging gatherings, celebrations, and acts of kindness. He commissioned the building of community centers, not grand halls of power, but places where people could gather and share their lives. He found joy in the simple act of sharing a meal with his people, in listening to their stories, in truly seeing them. The loneliness that had once consumed him gradually faded, replaced by a deep sense of belonging and purpose. He learned that true power lay not in ruling from a distant mountaintop, but in connecting with those he was meant to serve, and in finding solace not in the grandeur of his castle, but in the warmth of human hearts.